Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Jess here, and today I'm sharing a spectacular card featuring MFT's Spa Day stamp set with coordinating dies. I'm going to start by stamping out these cuties using my Misty with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. We're going to be using Spectrum Noir TriBlend markers, so we'll need alcohol-friendly ink. We're going to use both the bunny and the bear because why choose? And I think together they'll build a really cute scene. I decided I wanted to add an additional image, which is the picture frame from Lawn Fawn's Den Sweet Den. That means we'll have to mask out the text so we can add our little duck. I used Heffy Doodle's memo tape and tweezers to help me out with that. I'm going to pull out the memo tape once again, and I'm just going to protect the area so we can stamp the duck safely inside the picture frame. This little guy is super cute. He just makes me smile. And now for the reveal. Let's see if it worked out. And it looks like it did. Yay! And now it's time to color in the images. When I'm coloring in small images, I start with the darkest tone first in areas where I think there'll be the most shadows, usually around the arm and the neck, for example. If you're just starting out and not sure about shadows and light sources, don't worry. Just pick a side or an area and go with it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the result is a nice shaded effect. I have sped up the process a little, but we're going to move on to the medium tone. Again, in small circular motions to avoid any harsh lines. And finally, we're going to move on to the lightest tone. I'm basically saturating the rest of the surface, blending everything together. And all that's left is adding highlights. For the bear, I use the tan blend, and moving on to the house coat, I'm going to be using a turquoise blend. For the rest of the images, it is the same process. We're going to start with the darkest tone, and then go on to the medium tone, and finally the lightest tone. This is where I kind of colored outside the lines, so I'm just fixing the area with my blender pen. It's basically just alcohol, but not the fun kind, and it's just essentially reacting the ink back into place. Next, I'm going in with my IG1 just to kind of add a little bit of shadows to items that are white in the image. Now I'm going to move on to the coral blend, and I'm just filling out the little ears and adding some blush. And I'm going to use a touch of the blender pen again just to soften up any of the harsh lines. I always love to add little freckles, so I'm using my Copic multiliner to add that detail. And once again, I'm going to grab my IG1 to color in the tub and the table surface. Our little duck is going to be citrus yellow. I'm going to use the ice gray shades, and I'm going to use my IG1 to add a little bit of a ground for our cute little duck. For a little flower, I'm going to go in with the magenta blend, and then I'm going to add in a touch of true blue for the water. Our little candle will be the coral blend and citrus blend. And now it's bubble time. I'm actually going to pull out a guide that I created for an older lawn fawn set, and I'm just going to follow it and replicate it for these tiny little bubbles. So the combo I used for these bubbles are the Spectrum Noir, HB1, MG1, and Pale Pink 1. And now it's sentiment time. I'm going to pull out a Tailored Expressions simple strip and stamp Happy All About You Day. And now it's time to die cut out all the images with the coordinating dies. First, I'm going to take them apart with my pliers. And I'm going to use Heffy memo tape again to make sure everything stays safe in the die cutting machine. If you tuned into our recent live, you'll know there was a little bit of a slip up in the die cutting machine, but here is our cutie all ready to go. Now I'm just going to arrange the scene using my lawn fawn glue and 3D foam tape. For an added extra detail, I'm going to use glossy accent on the vase and the bubbles. I wanted to try out my brand new Posca pen, so I'm going to add little white dots to the house coat. And of course, no card is complete without coordinating sequins. And that's the card. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time!